What's up, guys? Welcome to the first video of 2019. As you notice, I am wearing real glasses now, and they are prescription and blue light filter. So we got the extra wind going on today. They're not sunglasses, which means I can't have my head facing this way and my eyes on the screen to the side. So if you catch me doing that, I apologize. I gotta get a little used to it. So 2019, I'm gonna get to the GoPro in just a second because I know you've read the title. So what I want to talk about quick 2019 is, I mean, my goals really haven't changed that much. We hit 100 subscribers, so like, win. Good job. And I want to thank each and every one of you for being subscribed and watching these videos. It means a lot to me. And let's just keep that number going. Let's try and get to 1,000 by the end of 2019. At least 500. At least 500. But anyway, let's get on to the GoPro Hero 7 review, which I know that's what you all came here for. You'd think when I reviewed a camera, I would have the camera in my hands. I do not, because my dad took it. I mean, it's his birthday. He's doing a birthday trip. Like, I don't know. You're good. You're good. But anyway, what I do have is plenty of footage to show you using the GoPro Hero 7. So, first of all, let's just tackle some kind of minor things. The camera size, it's a little bit bigger than a Hero, it's a little bit bigger than a Hero 3, but not quite as big as a Hero 3 with its plastic casing on. Now, what's cool about the Hero 7 is supposedly it's waterproof and shockproof without its casing, and I'll admit I haven't put it much through a rigorous test. I've done some testing with it. I've gotten it, I've put it in some water, some sand, dropped it once or twice, and each time it came out without a scratch, which is really great, really great. Just kind of battery life was really good too. I didn't really run into much of a problem with battery life. I wish it would be a little bit longer, but I usually have it running at 4K at 60 frames per second. I have it on the auto color. I don't have Pro Tune on, which is what all this footage is shot in. And so I understand why the battery life is kind of short, but it will get you through whatever you're trying to do, and you're gonna need a second battery for it, definitely. So battery life's pretty good as long as you have a second battery. As far as the image quality goes, it's on, now I'll admit I'm coming from a Hero 3 Black, so it's been a huge jump for me. But one thing I really didn't like with the Hero 3 Black, and I think a lot of the GoPros I saw after that, was whenever you shot with it, it was good, but like it never felt like the GoPro videos. I always kind of got the footage and was, to be honest, disappointed. I was like, this is kind of cool, but I mean, it just doesn't look that good. It doesn't even slightly compare to the Canon here. But with the Hero 7, I finally feel like I can go out and make a GoPro Hero video. It finally feels like I can go out, shoot a video, come back, look at the footage and be like, yeah. I'm one of those guys. I'm making one of these videos. So that 4K is beautiful. It just looks gorgeous. And I really love how well the GoPro's color science handles color. I think it does an absolutely beautiful job doing this. All this GoPro footage that I'm showing you now is not color corrected. This is straight out of the camera, okay? It does look this good. It does start to struggle in low light to be fair. It's not the greatest low light camera, for being honest here, but it'll do the job, and it's still gonna look good. But once you kind of give it those ideal settings, the image quality is gorgeous, and that 4K is really beautiful. What's always been so interesting, and what's interesting about the GoPro 2 is, you know, sometimes a 1080 from a DSLR looks better than 4K from like a GoPro, and that's still the case here, don't get me wrong, but GoPro really stepped up their game with the 4K. Like, it looks depth, looks like the image has so much depth, it doesn't look flat, and the colors and the overall just like look of the image is beautiful. Another big thing I want to talk about with it too is the HyperSmooth. The HyperSmooth is crazy. So one of my biggest issues with Hero 3 Black was the shake. And unfortunately, I have a natural shake, as you can see. So shooting with the GoPro has always been not easy, let's say, okay? Almost always resulted in a warp stabilizer, and then the warp stabilizer wouldn't quite grab it and correct it properly, but you know? So, but the HyperSmooth does such a good job. The HyperSmooth is bloody brilliant. It's crazy, and when they say the GoPro Hero 7 is getting gimbal smooth shots, honestly, it's really not that far off. If we look at the shot here where I follow my dad's feet and raise up, when I was shooting that, like, my hand was shaking, I was like bent in an awkward position trying to like walk at the same time, and the shot just tracks beautifully. And so in moments like that, I was just astonished at the GoPro's ability to smoothen that out. And while sometimes it picks up walking and stuff like that, overall, you know, if you're a little bit careful with your steps, you can get gimbal smooth shots. And I can't tell you how unbelievably nice that is. Because that's another issue I've always had with GoPros, getting back, looking at the footage and being like, it's shaky and unusable. But now with the Hero 7, I didn't run into that case at all, using the BVI footage to edit the 2018 highlight reel, which you can see here. Now, the HyperSmooth is so good. It's so good. I can't even begin to tell you. Now, I did look at some of the time-lapsing with it, and it is kind of a cool feature. I think with like a sunset or something like that, it could be really beautiful and really nice, but I'll admit I didn't play too much into it, as well as the pictures. So far, the pictures, from what I could tell, were actually pretty good. I've got, you know, I'll pop one up now. And so the camera does a pretty good job at taking pictures, but if I've got a GoPro, my focus isn't really going out and taking pictures. That's more so what I'm gonna use my Canon here for. So to me, it's not really that important. One of the biggest things I want to talk about real quick as I wrap, the last thing I want to hit is the GoPro's audio. Now the Hero 7, it's astonishing. It's absolutely astonishing, the difference between the Hero 3 Black and the Hero 7's audio. Now, of course, that's probably pretty obvious. However, I did do some research, and even from the 6 to the 7, there was a huge jump in audio. So what's really great about this camera now is maybe you can't afford, you know, this $1,000 setup that I've got running now, which I'll pop up on the screen now, but you might be able to afford this $400 Hero 7. And what's so great about that is that opens a whole new world to anyone, really, to vloggers, action camera video people that just want to make a video. And so what's really nice about that is the Hero 7 gets rid of that kind of wrap fisheye that the Hero 3 has. And you can vlog with the Hero 7. You indeed can vlog with the Hero 7, and I'm gonna pop up a little proof of that right now. Guys, we're here to answer the question in Smithfield, or in historic Smithfield, to answer the question, can you vlog on the GoPro Hero 7? Right now I'm shooting at 4K at 24 frames a second. And so as you can see, you can vlog with the Hero 7. The audio is good enough. The picture, the HyperSmooth, they all add up that you can vlog with this camera, and it looks good. Now you have to be careful to obviously don't cover the mic with your thumb or something while you're holding the camera, or don't put your finger in the shot, obviously. But that's proof that it is that good. You can vlog. The only issue I think I had with vlogging with the GoPro was it felt awkward shooting B-roll, having this little kind of thing just like that. It felt slightly awkward shooting the B-roll, but if that was something, I wouldn't stop me from, however, vlogging with the Hero 7. It's something I would just have to readapt my style to getting used to, and if that's, you could do that very easily. So it's a very viable vlogging camera. So I'm gonna go and wrap this up real quick. Basically, all I just wanna say is the GoPro Hero 7 is finally the camera where I feel like I can be a hero. I finally feel like I can go out there and I can make all these cool videos or make my own style of that video. Or maybe I can't afford, you know, a big DSLR and lenses and stuff like that, but I still really wanna get into vlogging and YouTube. It's another solution. So honestly, the GoPro Hero 7 is an absolutely brilliant camera that, yeah, it fits. It's a very nice $400 solution for someone who wants to get into filmmaking, regardless of what that type of filmmaking is. Now, again, you might have a bit of issue showing like a documentary with it. Make sure you have a spare battery and try not to really shoot at night after the sun's gone down. At sunset, it looks gorgeous. Throw up a shot real quick. See? But however, once that sun does go down, it can get a bit rough, so just be careful of that. Anyway, guys, that is this week's video. Welcome to 2019, where we are gonna kill it this year. It's gonna be great. Slice Tan Productions as a business will grow. This channel as a YouTube channel will grow. And my overall life will get better as I work through, you know, life. And you guys are gonna be here along the road the entire way. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you can keep coming back to all that weekly goodness. Hire Slice Tan Productions for your drone, photography, and video needs. And I will see you next Thursday.